and it was bold, and it left no doubts. He stood up for America first, and he put the United Nations in its place. I'm sitting here, and I'm diligently doing show prep. I'm totally absorbed when I'm doing the Trump speeches on, and I'm listening out of the corner of my ear. And all of a sudden, I hear, we will thoroughly destroy North. Whoa! And I rewound it there on the DVR. So what? What are we going to do here? He said that we would thoroughly destroy the United Nations if we don't stop it, and called Kim Jong-un Rocket Man in the speech. I looked at the TV, I stopped my diligent show preparations, I looked at that, and I rewound that. 1 and 2 just to start. I tell you, the United Nations not seen anything like this, and they look like the Star Wars bar scene when the camera panned to some of these delegates. Bibi Netanyahu, I thought, was going to jack in the box out of his seat with a stand. It was one of the happiest I've ever seen an Israeli at the United Nations. Bibi Netanyahu could have.
United States, I will always put America first. Just like you, as the leaders of your countries, will always and should always put your countries first. The United States will forever be a great friend to the world, and especially to its allies. But we can no longer be taken advantage of or enter into a one-sided deal where the United States gets nothing in return. As long as I hold this office, I will defend America's interests above all else.
Nobody at the UN has ever been spoken to this way by an American president. They've all heard Trump say it on the campaign trail. They've all Nations General Assembly and basically tell them they don't matter when it comes to America first. That the world will not come first. This global movement, it will continue and we'll be a part of it with our allies together and fight the bad guys, to fight the rogue regimes like the depraved Norks.
No one has shown more contempt for other nations and for the well-being of their own people than the depraved regime in North Korea. Now North Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles threatens the entire world with unthinkable loss of human life. The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime. The United States is ready, willing, and able, but hopefully this will not be necessary.
You don't go to the United Nations and threaten to destroy another nation on the planet
first. Just like you, as the leaders of your countries, will always and should always put your countries first. The United States will forever be a great friend to the world, and especially to its allies. But we can no longer be taken advantage of or enter into a one-sided deal where the United States gets nothing in return. As long as I hold this office, I will defend America's interests above all else.
Nobody at the UN has ever been spoken to this way by an American president.